Hey guys, it's Sam, and today I'm doing the makeup book tag. I'm not sure who this tag was created by because I've watched a number of videos and no one mentions a name, and when I click on the original video link, the video is gone, so I'm not sure who actually created this. So I will try to leave a link to what I think is the original video down below, but I don't really know. I also am not sure if I was tagged by anybody because I've been real shit about writing down when people tag me in videos. Really sorry, so I don't believe I was tagged by anybody. I just kind of want to do this, but if I was tagged, I'm sorry. I know a few of you in the comments have just asked me to do it and thought it'd be cool to see it because you know I like makeup, so I'm kind of doing it based on that. It took me a while to get it together because I wanted to actually have like a setup to do my makeup, so I wasn't just like fumbling around, but I ended up just kind of fumbling around. So if you want to see how I got this look, stay tuned, and it's just really a get ready with me chatty thing. I was really bad at this tag and answering questions, so I'm really sorry, but it's kind of just like a chatty get ready with me, so if you're into those, keep on watching. There's also a certain order that these questions go in, but I do my makeup a certain way in a certain order, and they're having you do foundation before your eyes, and I don't do that. So I'm just kind of going to look at the questions as I'm doing whatever step I'm doing and try to find the corresponding question, because I'm not going to do it in order, because I'm a rebel. This is just going to be such a mess, because I have like a makeup table with like a mirror, and I'm not going to have that. I'm like, I can't see anything, and like, can you even see me right now? I don't know. It's just so stressful. So the first thing I always do is eyeshadow, and they don't even talk about primer in this tag, but I do eyeshadow primer because, you know, fun times, you want your eyeshadow to like actually last. Also, I am using a Jeffree Star highlighter for my mirror. Just want to point out that I do not buy Jeffree Star products anymore, so if anyone wants to get at me about that, I don't anymore since he became a trash bag, or re-revealed himself to be a trash bag, to be more honest. I will also list everything I'm using in the description. I'll probably mention it here too, but like, I'll especially link it there because I don't feel like necessarily going over every single thing because I'm not a beauty guru. I do plan on doing Get Ready With Me's on my other channel, but again, not like tutorials because I'm not a makeup artist, you know? Anything that I could tell you, I learned from beauty gurus on YouTube, just like everybody else. Man, it's gonna take a while for me to get to the tag because I just have all this stuff that I have to do before that, and there's only one question for eyeshadow, but I use like 8 different things. Like the eyeshadow process is the most like in-depth part of my routine, so I'm just gonna be sitting here doing eyeshadow and not having anything to talk about. So I'll just probably ramble to you for a while before we even get to the tag questions. I'm just doing my pretty standard like red warm smoky eye. I feel like that's become like my go-to makeup look, honestly, so I feel like that's the easiest one to do right now. So since I'm finally getting to the actual eyeshadow part, the question for eyeshadow is pick a book with your favorite colors on the cover. I feel like I have a lot of books with my favorite colors on the cover. Like, I would say, I mean, I don't even know if I have a favorite color at this point. Like, my favorite color to dress in is black, obviously. But my favorite colors in general are probably like jewel-toned greens, blues, and purples. So I guess I would say my favorite color is blue because I've always said my favorite color is blue, but also like I admit that it's not my most favorite color. I mean, what even am I saying? This is like a very adult answer. Like, I don't have a favorite color. Just like you can have multiple best friends, you can have like multiple favorite colors. That's what I feel like I'm saying. And I feel like a lot of book covers are blue lately, so I feel like I could hold up a bunch of them. But I also feel like I don't want to stop and hold up a bunch of books right now mid a makeup application. But I also don't want to insert like pictures of covers right now because like I know later on I'm editing this, I'm gonna be like, really? I don't feel like doing that. But I have them and I own them and I could just held them up. So in a second, I will do that. But right now, I'm trying to apply my stuff to my lids. My stuff to my lids. See? Beauty guru. I am not. So I like the colors that ignite me. I like the Heart of Betrayal cover. Strange and Beautiful Stars of Ava Lavender. Siege and Storm. Probably the ultimate is the Daughter of Smoke and Bone edition that I have, because this is how I'm trying to get my hair to look. Which, speaking of, good transition, since like I said I'm doing like a chatty get ready with me, I'm really mad at my hair right now. And I'm going on Monday, I'm filming this on a Friday, I'm going on Monday to get it done. So by the time this is up, like it'll be done for probably like a week or so, I don't know. But I'm just mad at it right now, like it's getting too long, and I'm keeping it kind of shorter for a while, like I'm growing out kind of the top and keeping the sides a little bit shorter, so it's not laying right, and I have curly hair obviously, so like the pixie faux hawk style is harder to do anyway because like, it just wants to be nuts, and I have to like dry the sides, like these things, I have to dry the sides and all the color is out of it because I wanted to get it done right before Y'all Fest so that my hair was like freshly done and freshly dyed right before Y'all Fest. But that means that I had to wait like over 2 months to get it done because I didn't want to like, you know, do it halfway and da-da-da-da-da. Because, you know, getting your hair done is expensive, which is why I never got my hair done before because I didn't want to freaking deal with it. So I'm just waiting, and it's just like all the dye is out, so I hate how it looks. So you can just see like the foil underneath, you know, like the light pieces that they're going to re-dye. And then hopefully this next time they'll make it more obvious because I feel like it was fading really quickly and not looking super obvious. Like I wanted it to be obvious that I basically had like raven feather color hair, and it really wasn't looking that obvious. So we'll see. I'm giving the girl one more opportunity to kind of make it look how I want it to look. Like I do like it, but I wanted it to be like more in your face, I guess. Because it's like if you're gonna dye your hair crazy colors, like make it be obvious, you know? Like go big or go home. My hair's thick enough that some of the products like don't make it stick up right, and I use like a super hold hairspray, and even that like sometimes doesn't make it like stand, and it's just annoying. And I also just don't want to grow it out right now because I'm not in the mood. Like I just don't want to deal with it. Now that it's short, I'm just kind of like I want to just be short for a while because I'm just feeling a little bit lazy, and I'm liking the way it looks. Like I feel very, I don't know, punk rock or something. I don't know. So I just want it to be like this, and I also don't want the months to years of transitional hair when it's gonna look fucking dumb for like a long time. So I'm like, I'd rather just keep it short, but that means right before a haircut, like right now, I'm mad at it. Like permanently mad at it. Some people have asked me what eyeshadows I use, like, because especially for this look, almost all of these are Makeup Geek, and then right now I'm using some Sugarpill red on the outside to really make it like red, obviously, because Sugarpill has really, really vibrant colors that like really show up. So I'm kind of doing that. And I also usually use a little bit of their black at the end as well to kind of deepen all of that up, but we'll see that at the end. So me personally, after I do my eyelids, I go in and do my foundation and stuff and concealer, and then I go back and do my under eye area with more eyeshadow. So now I can go back and do the first questions. Primer, pick a book that left a lasting impression. I mean the Grisha trilogy, like obviously, as far as like lasting impressions, and like The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern, like any book that I'm frequently talking about and like recommending, like Malachi E by Ellen Bernert, just because that one I wasn't expecting to love so much, and I read it right before I got sick, so it was like, you know, pretty good timing with that. Yeah, any book that I'm like basically shoving to people's throats left a lasting impression on me. Like Mistborn, I talk about all the time. Uprooted by Naomi Novik, The Long Way to a Small Angry Plant by Becky Chambers. These are all, The Lies of Locke Lamora, any of my faves left a lasting impression and changed me in some way, changed my soul. So now is foundation, and the question for that is to pick your favorite first book in a series. Maybe The Kiss of Deception by Mary Pearson? I don't know. Because I like all the books in that series. I typically don't like first books. And like some of the books that I want to mention, I also haven't read the rest of the books in the series, so I can't like necessarily say that that was like my favorite of the series. But typically speaking, I'm not going to love and adore the first book. Like I just never do. I just don't like foundational books. Foundation, you know? Get it? Get it? So I'm just not going to be into it. Maybe The Wrath and the Dawn by Renee Actier. I feel like that one I preferred to The Rose and the Dagger. Like, I still liked The Rose and the Dagger, and I still think it's a really good conclusion, but I also just feel like The Wrath and the Dawn was, like, just a smidge better. Also, for Darkness Shows the Stars by Diana Peterfriend, I adored that book, and it's an duology, and it's a companion duology, so does it really count? I don't know. But I adore that book, and I still can't finish the second book. See how my hair's just being annoying? Oh my gosh, I hate it. I feel like I'm really bad at this tag. Like, I'm barely looking at the camera because I'm trying to do my makeup, and like, how do beauty gurus do it? I don't know. They do voiceovers. That's what happens. Speaking of annoyed, my skin is really making me mad lately because it was beautiful and wonderful, like, for the last, I don't know, like 2 or 3 years. And then after chemo, it just like blew up. Like years and years ago, well not years and years ago, but like 4 years ago, I was on Accutane because my skin was really bad and like nothing I did would fix it. And then it was fine and beautiful and like totally clear. And then now it's freaking out again. And I'm like, why are you doing this to me? I'm an adult. So I need to go to the dermatologist. I have an appointment scheduled. But in the meantime, I'm just like, I'm trying to use my like light coverage foundation because that's what I've been using for years. And it doesn't cover as much, so I have to use like a ton more concealer, and I'm just pretty salty about it, you know? Can you tell? I'm pretty salty. Concealer is pick a character you wish you could get rid of. And I feel like if anybody follows me on Tumblr, they're gonna know the answer to this, like, automatically. But Selena Sardothian / Aline Galanthius, whatever the hell her name is. Because when I was actually still reading the series, she was never, like, a favorite of mine. Like, I always just preferred the side characters, and then I just have a lot of issues with the things and who she chooses to be. So, if I could just not with her anymore, I think that would be really great. Also not a fan of Lucia from the Fallen Kingdom series. Like, of the 4 POV perspectives, she's my least favorite. I've just been, like, hoping that she's gonna die. She's probably not. Like, if she went away, I wouldn't feel bad. Like, I'd be like, oh, God, thank God, finally. She just really annoys me. I just don't like what she chooses to be. Also, we have obvious ones like Tamlin from ACOTAR and, like, Adam from Shatter Me. And even, like, Mal, but, like, I don't hate Mal. Like, here's the thing, I always get asks from people that are just like, why do you hate Mal? Or, like, you know, they talk about, like, them hating Mal, and I'm like, okay, like, I don't love Mal, and, like, he's so mediocre in comparison to a lot of other people in that series, but, like, also, I'm, like, I don't actively hate him. Like, I don't go in the tags and, like, hate on him, and I don't think that the decision of him being, like, the main love interest in that series is, like, anti-feminist, like some people say. Like, I think that you could have made better choices, and I think that there was better character development if she chose somebody else, but I also don't feel like it's the worst decision ever to make either. I don't know. I'm not as anti-Mal as people think that I am. Like, he annoys me kind of, and like he's not my favorite character by far, but like he's not like that bad. I know, as like a Darkling and Nikolai fan, people are gonna be like, what do you mean? But I'm like, I mean, he could have been Adam Kent, okay guys? Like, and he just wasn't. Powder is pick your favorite last book in a series. Oh, probably Ignite Me from the Shatter Me series. I love that finale. I also really love Crooked Kingdom. I think that's a really good finale, but I also kind of view the Six of Crows duology as like one giant book. Like, I really don't picture it as 2 books. People are always like, you know, what is your favorite of the series? And like, which book do you like more? And I'm like, I don't know. I feel like they're one giant book. Like, I really can't, I don't know. I also really like The Hero of Ages by Brandon Sanderson. It's the last book in the Mistborn series, but also like, I feel like that's just one giant book as well. I mean, I guess they're kind of like, I don't know. But like, that's a really good finale as well. So yeah, those are probably my 3 favorite finales. Now it's saying to do eyebrows, but like, I do eyebrows closer to the end, guys. So I guess I'm back to doing eyeshadow like I said I was going to be. I hope this looks okay when I get done, because I'm doing this obviously in not the same area of my room. And like I said, I usually have a makeup table with like a makeup desk with a makeup mirror and like lights, and I don't right now. My life is so hard. This is such a first world problem. It's like, oh, I can't do my makeup in like the place that I'm used to doing it. But like, my makeup like routine is important to me. This isn't as therapeutic as it usually is. This question is for eyeliner. Pick a dark and mysterious book. And like, how am I supposed to do eyeliner right now with my... I just usually rest my hand on the desk. And this is going to be an interesting experience for eyeliner right now. So, dark and mysterious book. I feel like I'm just using the same answers. Like, The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern is kind of dark and mysterious. The Magicians by Lev Grossman, that series is like dark and mysterious. Uprooted by Noma Novik, dark and mysterious. Like, I feel like I'm just using the same answers. I'm sorry, but like those are my go-tos. So for mascara, pick a long book. And let me see, I mean, long book that I've read, or like long book in general, because like Moby Dick's a pretty long book. Anna Karenina's a pretty long book. Speaking of long books, plug for Tome Topple. So if you guys are wanting to read some long books, we have Tome Topple Readathon coming up very, very soon from November 18th to December 1st, which is a readathon that I created, and I'm running with some wonderful co-hosts. So I will link my videos for that on the screen if you guys want to join in, but it's all about reading books over 500 pages, which is what this, I'm sure, question is referring to. So yeah, but other long books that I've read, obviously Mistborn, those are all long. I've been meaning to read The Name of the Wind. Yes, Kayla, I'm going to read it. Kayla always asks, so I'm going to read it. And I was hoping to read it before the end of the year, but I don't know if that's going to happen. Maybe if I continue with reading long books after Tome Topple, because that happened last round, then I will. but right now I don't know when it's going to fit in exactly. And like, you know, the Goodreads goal for the end of the year is like fast approaching, and Goodreads keeps reminding me about how I'm not meeting my goals because I just haven't been reading as much this year because like, you know, illness and then video games. So I just was not meeting my goal at all. And I think I just lowered my goal to like 70 because I'm in the 50s right now. Like, I think like 55. So hopefully I can get to 70 books. 70 books is I think what I read my first year on BookTube. So like it's still pretty good. But last year I think I read 100 books. But I also wasn't in grad school. Well, actually no, I was in grad school for the majority of the year last year. And this year I was not in grad school for the majority of the year, so like, what the hell happened? I don't know. Video games. Okay, according to this, I was supposed to do eyebrows earlier, but I do eyebrows after I do mascara. So like, I'm just all over the place with that. So eyebrows is pick a book that you think everyone should read. And I feel like I'm just gonna list the same books I've already mentioned. Like, any of the books I answered in the question about primer that left a lasting impression on me are the books that I feel everyone should read. Like, I feel like if you have been around at all on my channel, you know the books that I mentioned, you know, any of the Grisha books, you know, anything that Lee Bardugo has ever written and ever will write. And Uprooted by Anna Novik, and any Brandon Sanderson book, even though I've only read Mistborn, like, I can pretty reliably say you should probably read Brandon Sanderson. And everyone should read Eliza Locke-Lamora, and everyone should read The Night Circus. And yeah, all the books that I always talk about. Like, yeah, I feel like I'm really bad at this tag, guys. Like, I don't want to be, like, pessimistic about it, because, like, it is fun to do your makeup and, like, talk. But I also feel like I don't have any interesting responses, because you already know my answers to these, which is kind of why I haven't done any tags recently, because I feel like a lot of them have very similar questions, and, like, if you frequent my channel, then you probably know the answers. Ooh, this is one I haven't really talked about in a while, but it's still one of my favorites. I think people should read The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger, because everyone makes fun of the movie, which I personally really like the movie, but the book and the movie are like so totally different, and people don't give the book a chance because they think the movie's so cheesy, and like the book is so good. Like, the characters are all really morally gray, and like some of them are flat out just bad people, and it's really good. And people now don't give it the time of day because they thought the movie was so cheesy. And like, yeah, the movie simplifies things, so that's what they do. And they like took out some of the like badness of the characters and made it a little bit watered down. But for a movie, I'm kind of fine with that. Like, I don't want my romance movies to be like super deep necessarily, you know? Like, if I'm watching something like that, I just want to be able to like, I don't know, cry and enjoy it. But I think that the book is so good. So if you guys have ever seen it around at like a dollar store and been like, nah, I think you should try it out. And there's a question on blush, and I don't use blush because I just don't feel like it, and that is pick a book that has some cringeworthy romance. Any book that has insta-love in it, like, I'm not about. The Ruby Red trilogy by Kristen Gear is like my go-to for this because I feel like it's just, I just don't like it. Then we have highlighter, and that's pick a book that brightened your day. And I don't know, like some contemporary books maybe. So like Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell is pretty cute, and I know that some people are like, oh, it's so overrated, but like I read it just recently and I liked it. So I would go with that. I also really liked Amy and Roger's Epic Detour by Morgan Matson. I think Morgan Matson books are pretty cute. Magnolia by Christy Cook is a pretty cute like little romance book. So those are probably my answers. And then lipstick, your favorite book kiss. And I'm trying to think of like, I don't remember things like that. Like I don't know. Oh, probably, let me see. Falling Kingdoms, well, Frozen Tides, but I can't say who because people might consider that a spoiler, but like if you know me, you know who. Also, The Kiss and Ignite Me. Yeah. Oh, and the dragon and Agnieszka and Uprooted, like, hell yes. That first kiss is like, I can't even. I don't know why I lied and was like, I don't remember kisses. Whatever. I'm such a fucking liar. I feel like the kiss, did it happen in the second book in Girl of Fire and Thorns? It might have. That one's pretty good. I'm also going to pop on false lashes, but I'm not doing that in front of the camera because it's just probably going to be a mess. I'm not going to get it done right. I'm going to use an actual mirror. Alright, so this is the finished look. I am not going to tag anybody because I'm not sure who's done this. It's been going around for a while, and I don't know who wants to actually do the makeup on camera because not everyone is comfortable with having like bare skin on camera, so I'm not going to tag anybody. But if you want to do it, feel free. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!